I'm Lee Spencer with RacinBoys.com, and I'm with Joey Logano. And I don't know what Team Penske has found, but it appears that you guys have picked up a lot of speed over the last few weeks.
Yeah, it seems like we've picked up some speed as we've gone into the playoffs, which is nice. It seems like we've kind of been able to do that the last few years as the playoffs get closer. We've been able to find a little more. So don't know what that is or why. It seems like we've been able to do that a few times. So hopefully that continues. It's a long playoffs. You think 10 weeks. A lot of things change in 10 weeks. So we just got to keep pushing forward to keep finding some gains. And I don't think we're exactly where we want to be yet, but we're competitive enough that we can put ourselves in the top 5, and with circumstances going our way and things going right, we can win. We were really close to winning last week in Vegas, and Brad was able to win. So, and at one point, all of us were 1, 2, 3. So that was encouraging to see, such this time of year.
Kurt Busch just top 10 them to death over the since Daytona. He had a bad wreck last week, and a lot that was a race of attrition. But can you top 10 your way to Homestead, or is it going to have to be more top 5 your way to Homestead?
I'd rather top 5. I'd rather just win. But I think with where the bonus points are, when you get into the round of 8, you have to win to get in. I don't think you can't bank on getting enough points on those 3 cars to and especially if another car wins, then you got to knock one of those guys out by points. You got to win the race. You got to win Martinsville, Texas, Phoenix. You got to win one of them to get through. So I think you can top 10 the first round, and you can maybe top 10 the second round, but the third round you got to win, and then obviously Homestead you got to win.
Have you seen anything change in the 2-car? I talked to Roger at Gateway. And his mind was kind of on IndyCar, but he said you guys had found something out of Bristol that would help. Clearly, you guys have picked up whatever you guys are doing with your pit stops looks phenomenal. But have you seen a change, particularly in the 2-car, that's any different from the 12 and the 22?
Honestly, we run different setups and stuff, and there's so many things that are different. It's hard to pinpoint what it is, and we have the open notebook, so we see everything that's going on, and we all kind of try doing our own thing and trying to obviously stay in tune, know what each other's doing, and you look at Darlington. I'd say the 2 and 22 are pretty equal. It was all about the race off the pit road, and we both had great pit stops, and it was all about that. Indy. Honestly, I don't think any of us were where we wanted to be at Indy. Circumstances worked out really well, and I thought even last week at Vegas, we were able to get the lead, and it looked like we were going to be able to win it, and then the 2 was able to get the lead off the pit road, and they won it. So it's just we've been really close, to competing with them. So I don't think they're that far ahead of us, honestly. Their momentum and the confidence, obviously, that transfers over a lot, from getting 3 wins in a row. But I don't think we're far off of being where they're at. So I think we're competitive enough that we can do this.
Do you like your package for Richmond?
Hope so. I think in the spring race we won a couple stages and had a car that was capable of winning. And that was early in the year when I felt like most tracks we didn't have a car that was capable of winning. So I feel like we should be competitive tonight. It seems like kind of once you get a hang of a track like this, you can kind of keep building off of that when you really know what you got to have. So it's become one of our strongest racetracks from the last 9 or 10 races here. Has been really good for us. So we're planning to continue that tonight. A win would be great. A win would be awesome. Especially with Gavin here from the JL Kids crew, that would be the coolest. But honestly, if you can top 5 this thing, it sets you up pretty decent for the Roval. So that's important as well.
Which was my next question. The Roval, is it the great unknown that everybody says it is? And what, how can you control your own race there?
I mean, I don't know if you know more than me, but I think it's an unknown. At this point, I don't know if you know more, but it's it's going to be interesting. either going to be a crash fest, because I've been to racetracks where a lot of cars crash in practice like they have at the Roval so far, and in the race it's a crash fest. And I've also been to where they crash in practice, and in the race everyone's so conservative that they never crash and it goes green for a long time. So I think it'll be one extreme or the other. I don't think it'll be anything in between. And I think with cars in the playoffs and everyone just trying to be smart through it, and everyone thinks that finishing the race will be the biggest piece of it, then it may not be as crazy as we all think it will be.
And you mentioned Gavin. I've been to a couple of your jail foundation, your kids' crew events, and I've got to say, you might be the biggest kid in the garage. And it's so cool, Joey, to see you be that kid and then turn into that fierce competitor on the racetrack. Does your time with the foundation just really keep you grounded and help you see the big picture in life, and everything isn't hunky-dory and being a race car driver?
Yeah, I think the foundation to me is my why. I've said this before, you got to have a reason why you do what you do. Why are you a reporter? Why, what is the bigger picture, right? And racing is something that's been a big part of my life for my whole life. But the facts are that I won't race my whole life. It can all end tomorrow, and everyone will forget who won at Richmond tonight. That's the bottom line. But if you can take some of the great things that God's given me as far as being a race car driver, and to be able to take that and be able to affect other people's lives, that's where something that can live on a lot longer than a race win. When you can do something with race wins, it's a lot bigger deal. So the foundation's been a big part of mine and Brittany's lives at this point. It's been really fun to meet a lot of kids and giving a lot of second chances to kids in crisis, and that's the main mission for the foundation, is to try to get kids that are maybe born into the wrong situation, don't have the best role models around them, and giving them the tools and the resources they need to be able to become a contributing member of our society, unless the cycle will continue if we don't do something. So we try to do a lot of things like that. But the JL Kids Crew is a special piece from Jake Leatherman. A few years ago, he was a little boy, passed away. Unfortunately, we did not get to meet him while he was with us, and in honor of his legacy, we started the JL Kids Crew to bring kids to the racetrack that have a life-threatening illness, and giving them the coolest, awesome experience. It's amazing how kids are as far as being race fans. They're so into it. They know so much, and to give them more than a VIP experience, it's really making them part of the team for today. It's super cool.
Well, I got to tell you, that was certainly an experience Gavin will never forget, and I can only imagine how overwhelmed he's going to be when he gets into that drivers' meeting tonight.
I think that's what he's looking forward to the most. I'm pretty sure, just talking to him, he seemed most excited about seeing all the other drivers, and he's a Penske fan, which is good, which I don't know if they prompted him up or not, but he had all the right answers when it came to who his favorites were.
I think it's going to be a blast. Good luck tonight, and thanks for your time today.
All right, thanks, Lee.